Hi everyone, my name is Tom McCoubrey. I'm here at Airstream of Scarborough, Maine, and I just wanted to put together a quick video tour of our 2022 Airstream Interstate Grand Tour. So this is our Class B RV. It's about 24 feet long, just a touch over, and I was going to go around the outside, touch on some features, and then go on the inside and go over some of that quickly as well. So starting on the outside right here, as you can see, we have our awning open. It's kind of a rainy day, so I figured it might be a good time to open that. Really cool thing about the awning, it is seismic sensing, so if it does get too windy out here, if it bounces too much, if these arms here bounce a little bit too much, it will actually pull itself in so it doesn't get damaged. Other cool things on the awning, we do have lights up there. So if it is darker out, you do have a lit outdoor space. We have another light up there. It's called our Patio Light. And then we have some undercarriage lighting, which you might be able to see the reflection on the ground. Other really cool thing about this is there are no stakes or stands that need to go in the ground to make it work. It just it is all supported by the three arms you see out currently. Other things on the outside, on the passenger side here, we do have our LP fill, which is already open right here. And then we have some plugs, or that's the coax, and then we have some plugs. This does have liquid propane on board, which fuels both your cooktop as well as your generator and your hot water heater. So, and heat, all that stuff runs right off of the propane in the tank. You have tank monitoring systems, all that stuff, all inside. So let's go to the other side of the unit and we'll see what else it has on the outside. All right, now we're on the driver's side of the Grand Tour, and I'll go on, over all of these doors I have open. So starting in the back of the vehicle, you'll see the bottom there. That is the shore power plug-in. Above that, we have an exhaust for the heat and hot water. This is a city water hookup. So if you're at a campground, city water, you can hook up there. As we come this way, I do have the wastewater disposal system already open. As you'll see, it is all self-contained on a reel. So you just pull it out, open the valves. It is all controlled through this door right here. There's a bunch of switches in here that you can control the gray and black water tanks. Then you have this button, which is retract. So after you're done, you don't have to reel it up yourself. You just press that button and it pulls itself back in on its reel. Like I said, all self-contained. Below that, we do have our outdoor shower. So you do have hot and cold water outside of the unit as well. So you can do outdoor shower, or you can do like if you brought bikes with you, if you've got pets, anything like that, and you need to wash them off before you put them back inside, you can do that right from outside of the vehicle. Then we have our freshwater fill. So if you just want to fill it up, fill the tanks up with a hose, you can do it right from there. Last thing on the driver's side is actually the diesel fuel fill, which is actually behind the door. So you have to open the driver's side door, open this little access door, and it's back there. So now we'll go inside and check out the whole unit. All right, now that we're inside the unit, I can kind of go over a lot of the stuff in here. So right up front, we do have our two chairs. So this is what makes it a Grand Tour. So the Grand Tour, the floor plan is your driver and passenger seat, your galley, kitchen on either side, and then your bed and lounge out back, or your lounge that turns into your bed. So up front, you'll see I have one of the chairs swiveled around. You can swivel both of these chairs around. In the driver's side, if you do swivel it around, you will see you actually have a little workstation here. This table also goes out to the back, which we will show you in a second where it hooks up. But you have two TVs in this unit. The first one is right here behind the driver's seat. So if you need a little workstation, you can work right from there. If you just want to have lunch and have a TV in front of you, you have it there. So the entire like brain of the unit is all right behind the driver's seat above them, and that is all in this cabinet we already have open. So I turned on the main batteries, which turns on all of this, and so I'll kind of briefly go over what each one of these things does. Obviously the main thing is right here. This is our control unit for everything. So as you see, all the lights are on. We have a master on and off. We also have sub menus that we can turn on individual lights and actually even dim them, as well as tank monitoring, battery monitoring, generator, all controlled right from here. Automatic generator start currently is disabled, but all of that is controlled through here. All of your shades are controlled right through here. Climate control, everything is right in this screen. Then we have the MPPT solar controls. So that just shows you it's kind of a rainy, cloudy day. We're not really getting much, if any. We're getting 8 watts of solar. You're not getting a ton right this second, but you do have solar on the roof. That is a standard feature on all Interstates. Right below that, we do have our battery heaters. They are currently off. Reason those are important is all the Interstates come with lithium iron batteries. So they have a longer lifespan, longer charge, quicker charge, all those things really, really important. One of the things that is important for those batteries is to charge them in cold temperatures. You do need heaters. They will discharge in cold temperatures, but to charge them properly in cold temperatures, you do need a heater. That's why that is there. It's not so cold that it won't charge right now, so we have them off. And as we come to the left side of the main control center here, we have our power control system, which just you can set what type of shore power you have hooked up. Essentially doesn't allow you to overexert the electrical system, so you can't run too many things at the same time. It kind of figures itself out with some control. Obviously, go more in depth at delivery. Then we have our inverter. The inverter, what that does, there's a lot of buttons, but really all you're really using is to turn it on and off, and that just gives you access to a lot of your plugs for your like household style outlets. You need to use your inverter, so we turn those on. Our TVs will turn on, and then all of our access to our actual household plugs turn on with the inverter. One other a couple other little things in here. We do, as you might see, you have some HDMIs for hookups for the TVs, so you can hook up any HDMI equipped product. And then you have a little, see how it says sub level. There is an auxiliary radio in here so that you don't have to rely on the Mercedes Sprinter radio. So when you turn your van off, you still have a radio system throughout here. I am directly in the way of it. It's right behind me. So currently it is off, but that is the auxiliary radio. Another really cool feature, the last thing in here, is these QR codes. You will see them throughout the entire van. Those QR codes allow you to go to a Airstream website that goes over in depth how to use every system on the inside and outside of this van. Awesome addition for our owners from Airstream. So now we will kind of go back behind you and see some of these features back there. All right, now that I'm on the living quarters side of the unit, I'll go over kind of what everything is. So right behind the driver's seat is some cabinetry, some cabinet space. This opens all the way open. We have hanging storage if you want it. And you can take these shelves right out. You also have place to move them around, so you have adjustability in there. Or you can just leave them shelves and forego the hanging side. And you also have these slide out shelves here, drawers. Everything is on really, really heavy duty like casters, and the hinges are massive. Everything has like a hard push to it. The doors have a hard pull to them, so even if you forget to lock them, chances of them opening are slim. Can still happen, but they build these so that they're built to last. We'll close this one. Like I said, they close. Pretty sturdy, and everything has like the marine style push to lock cabinets. You'll see those everywhere. Right behind that, again, still on the driver's side, is our refrigerator and freezer. We do have a large refrigerator and a separate freezer, drawer style freezer there. So really cool to have both, and large ones at that. And electric. So this, as soon as your batteries turn on, these turn on. So as soon as you turn your main disconnect on, everything comes on, comes to life. So no need to have propane or anything like that. If you're running low, your fridge is still going to run as long as you have power. Then on the opposite side, the passenger side, we have our galley. So up first here is the sink. They do put a little cover over it so that if you're not using the sink, you have more counter space. So the Grand Tour does have more counter space than so the Grand Lounge. You'd have 2 seats here, so you'd lose some. So this is a really, really great amount of counter space. This is nice Korean style countertops. And then right beside that, we do have our 2-burner stove. Fires right up, like I said, with propane. Underneath all of that, we do have a ton of, like, this is for like sponges or washing utensils. We've got a big drawer with a trash can in it and a place for paper towels. And then more storage below. As we come over, these are just huge drawers, really, really deep drawers. So if you have pots and pans, want to bring those along, whatnot, you have room for them. And then we have our remotes and some of the other stuff that Airstream throws in. Checked grounds, you've got a ratchet and more remotes. All right, and right behind the 2-burner stove, we actually have our microwave. So I did cut for a second to turn on the generator so we actually could run the microwave and open it and close it. So it is, you do need the generator going. The other appliance that you will need that for is the air conditioner. Those just pull too much power for the batteries. So really cool though. The generator is currently running, and it is extraordinarily quiet for an RV. The other way to run this is shore power. Obviously, if you have shore power, everything runs just the way you expect it to. Doesn't need generator at all. But if you're not hooked up to shore power, as we are currently not hooked up, we did need to turn the generator on. So we could show you at least how the microwave opens and closes. And so it's actually all just touch button. Just press on it like that. And it slides open. It's a drawer style microwave. And then right behind that little yellow sticker there, it closes. So then opposite to that, we have our wet bath. It is a shower as well as your bathroom. So as you look in there, you'll see you have a sink, toilet, and the faucet head hooks up to the top up there and doubles as your shower head. So everything all self-contained right in there. All along the top of the galley here and all the way back to above your lounge area and all the way around behind the bathroom, all cabinet space, really deep carpeted cabinets for whatever you're going to bring along with you. Real cool thing about this lounge area back here is, even though it is a Grand Tour, it is set up for 2 people to travel around in. If you did want to bring it somewhere, tailgating or whatnot, you do have extra belts. You have seat belts on both ottomans. So these are the 2 ottomans that come together to make the bed. And then you also have seat belts all across the back here too. So you have 5 seats back here, 2 up front, total of 9 seating. So plenty of seating, cup holders. Going down the road, if you do, if it's hot, you do need to run the air conditioner, you can run your generator, and so you can turn this air conditioner on, so you don't have to rely on just the van's air conditioner to cool the entire unit, which can be difficult in hotter climates. Other things to touch on back here, we have another TV that can be swiveled. You just pull on a tab down here, it unlocks it, and it comes out and can be swiveled around to accommodate whatever seating you have back here and whatever amount of people you have. As you heard, it clicks back in and is ready for travel. The one up front does the exact same thing. You can move it around if you want to spin it around to see, or if you want to see it from outside. You have some USB chargers back here. You'll see those throughout. And then we've got some like reading lights up here that are just push on and off underneath on both sides, and then more back here on both sides. Lastly, before I show you how the bed kind of comes together, this little slide right here is how you can take that table from up front, put it out back, and you have a dining area if your bed is set up as the lounge. So next thing, I will swap places with my camera person, and I will put the bed together to show you what the bed looks like. All right, so the bed controls are right here. So you have both your ottomans and then your lounge. You never want to hit all three of these at the same time, so you just want to do them one at a time. So you'll see as I hit this, you'll see the foot comes out, the ottoman comes out, and that little piece of pillow goes down. The same thing happens on the driver's side. And those seat belts can be tucked in underneath the space where the pillow fills, so that way you obviously don't want seat belts in your bed. And then lastly is the lounge, which I'm not going to put all the way down because I do believe there is stuff back there behind the bed, so I don't want to crush it, but you can see it does come down and lays flat. Or if you just kind of want to recline, you can certainly do that too. All right through these controls. So that is kind of a quick overview of this beautiful Grand Tour. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name's Tom. I'm here at Airstream of Scarborough, and my phone number is 207-510-2286. Thanks.